Alrighty, yo, what is going on, everybody? It's your boy, Mr. DDG94 here, back with another reaction video. Today, we're going to react to albums are dying. I think albums are kind of dead at this point because what's the purpose of an album at this point, right? You got Spotify, you got YouTube. People ain't really listening to albums like that no more unless it's a certain artist. I think it depends on the artist. Like at this point, Drake can't really like put albums out because he's been on a slump since Scorpion, pretty much. Since Scorpion, Drake has been on a fucking slump. So I think he's at that point now where I get it. Her Loss was okay. But if he comes out with another bad album, that's it for Drake. Drake becomes irrelevant. He lost all his credentials, bro. I'm just letting it be known right now. If Drake makes one more bad album, one more, he is out of the loop, bro. Nobody's gonna listen to Drake, and he been playing around for too long, thinking that he gonna be at the top for as long as he should. It's like, bro, no. Give us a banger, or get the fuck out. That's where we at with Drake right now. So yeah, it's like Kendrick, of course you want an album. Cole, of course you want an album. You know, Tyler the Creator, of course you want an album from Tyler the Creator. You know what I'm saying? Kanye, always want an album from Kanye. You know what I'm saying? It could never hurt. You know what I'm saying? Dr. Dre, hell yeah, we want a Dr. Dre album. Shit. But at this point, it's getting to a point where a lot of these rappers have to understand, like, if you can't move units, it's best to just make a single and just go on from there. The albums really aren't necessary at this point. Y'all niggas making 25 track albums and it's only one or two songs on there that's really gonna go hard. And then the rest, it has to grow on us. Either they have to grow on us or they're just trash. So yeah, albums really are dying at this point in time. And it's the artist's fault. It's really the artist's fault. There's no quality no more.
New Yeat album just dropped.
RNG on the clip. Okay, I like the cover. Okay, mid. Decent beat, add to playlist. Not even close. Grab bad title, skip. Horrible, trash. Alright, I'm falling asleep. Taking too long to start, trash. Heard it before, mid. Okay, I think we're done here. That's officially a negative ratio. And this new Yeat album is albums are dying and no one wants to talk about it. I know. Now, there are exactly 4 reasons for this, but they're all part of the same problem. In order to truly understand what's happening, we have to go back all the way to 1948. Because up until then, popular music had been created and consumed strictly on a single basis. I mean, the most you could even put on a record was like 5 minutes of material. So fresh off World War II, to celebrate, rival labels RCA and Columbia Records each came out with new and alternative vinyl formats. And I do hope you know what vinyl is. RCA with the 7-inch single holding 5 minutes per side, and Columbia with the 12-inch LP holding almost 50 minutes in total. Initially, the LP was only used for classical music recordings, while the 7-inch was more dominant in the pop singles market. And all the way up until the 1960s, singles was pretty much where it was at, while albums were merely an afterthought. So what happened in the 60s? Well, in short, the Beatles happened. They thought the 12-inch LP was pretty cool. So cool that they decided to shape all their tracks in a way that suits the format. And everyone else was like, hey, that is pretty fucking cool. Well, brilliant, right? You know what? How about you come down here and try making this video not boring? No, please, be my guest. Thank you. It wasn't long before the Beatles LPs took the world by storm. And now all of a sudden, everybody wanted to drop albums. For the first time ever, the album replaced the song as the main unit of artistic production. And the 7-inch single was made irrelevant. With concept albums on the rise, the idea of the album was officially born. Now that doesn't mean there's anything wrong with, the 7-inch. 7 inches is perfectly fine.
Man, come on, man. With the penis joke, man. It's not funny.
The format and the album as an idea.
Stick to the script, bro.
Two different things. As a format, an album can be any collection of random songs bundled into one project. But as an idea, the album was and always will be a cohesive and conceptual body of work, meant to be enjoyed from beginning to end as an experience. An experience which I believe is quickly becoming a relic of the past. So why? What happened? What changed? Well, funny you asked that because this is the first reason. It's pretty much widespread knowledge that Drake's projects for the past 6 years haven't been his best. Even his biggest fans will admit that. Between More Life, Scorpion, that care package thing he dropped, CLB, and Honestly Nevermind, which was accurately titled, I'll put it like this. If you were to round up 10 people in a room and play them any of these projects front to back, guaranteed at least 6 of them are falling asleep every time. To me, this doesn't make any sense. How does one consistently fail at their craft year after year, only to be rewarded with unprecedented levels of popularity?
Politics. That's the only thing that's keeping Drake alive right now. Is behind the scene politics. He's in bed with a lot of people now. So of course he's gonna walk away with what he's gonna walk away with. But let's be real. Drake ain't made a good album since Drake really ain't had a good body of work since If You're Not Reading This, It's Too Late. Like I said, Views has grown on me, but still ain't fucking with Nothing Was the Same or Take Care. Shit, Nothing Was the Same. Shit, I'd even say More Life is better than Views. But yeah, Drake has just been on a downfall, bro. Like I said, one more bad album, he's done. Drake is done. One more bad album from Drake, he is done.
Even though it's true Drake has recently failed at releasing great albums, the reality is that's not even what he was trying to do in the first place. I think that his albums and other people's albums too, especially in rap, are made with the explicit knowledge that people are just gonna skim through. Okay, I like this track. Okay, I like that track. Keep those. Cool. What's next? That's not an album. That is a playlist.
Facts.
Even though the label gives it a cool cover and calls it an album for marketing purposes. And why not stuff the project with as many tracks as possible while you're at it? You never know. One of them might pop off on TikTok and go viral.
Well, you can't really say that about Chris Brown album. Chris Brown album, yeah, he stacked the deck, but them albums was good, bro. Chris Brown actually composes and makes a really good album. So Chris Brown doesn't fall into that category. You can bring up Chris Brown having a 40 track, 50 track album, but still that bitch slapped. Regardless how you feel, that Chris Brown album slapped. Indigo slapped. Heartbreak on a Full Moon slapped. Say what you want about them two albums being long as shit, but them motherfuckers had bangers for days. It wasn't just a playlist. They were actually curated albums that were actually like made with care. Drake is making albums with no regard for consistency, what fits, what doesn't fit. Like, yo, it's like Drake just putting shit out. Like, yeah, this is what I did for the past year. Put that out there. Nah, bruh. Like I said, Drake got one more bad album. It's either do or die on his next album. If Drake don't deliver on his next album, bro, he is done. I'm sorry, but Drake is done.
It's not like people are gonna listen to the whole thing anyway, so why bother? The way we approach music has changed, so naturally the artists adapted. How did the album go from being perceived as this multi-layered conceptual experience to, frankly, playlist fodder?
I wish you'd listen to this. Well, I would, except my record player doesn't work now.
Your stereo's broken? I can't stand it. I couldn't live without music.
The period from the mid-1960s to the late 1970s is what a lot of people call the golden era of the album. In this era, the music industry exploded to become bigger than Hollywood. For the first time, listeners started paying attention to artists for more than the length of a hit. And so singers became celebrities and fans became obsessed. In contrast to future generations, those growing up in the 1970s valued album listening more, partially because of their limited access to any other source of entertainment. Because your dad was probably hogging the TV, watching the news or some shit, not like there was anything on anyway, and you had like a radio in the kitchen, which, like, you would just know that's where the mom was. Absolutely sickening and reprehensible.
That was the truth. Back in them days, that was the truth. The mom was in the kitchen. Hey, man, say what you want, but back in them days, the mom and the dad shit was really real like that. I don't know how y'all can get offended nowadays about that shit, when that was really what was going on back in them time periods, bro.
Come on, it was the fucking 70s. This is point out with this. It's literally what happened. Alright, so one of the biggest reasons the album became wildly popular amongst the youth is that it was the only medium you could access at the time. By the end of the 70s, album sales had begun slowing down, which officially marked the end of the LP-driven golden age. Basically, the TV and the video game industry came along and politely said, L plus ratio plus your wife. What happened was, now teens and adolescents were exposed to other sources of entertainment. That doesn't mean they didn't care about music anymore. It's just that now other options exist. And sometimes, maybe not often, but sometimes, they chose option B over option A. Turns out, that was just a sign of things to come. Because today, there's so much shit you can do just on the internet, and pretty much everyone has access to it. Since there are so many options for everybody, albums can often land at the bottom of the list. It's like this. You have an hour of free time. You could choose option A, a Lil Baby album, or literally in that same time frame. That's like an episode of Family Guy, 3 Key and Peele videos, 2 COD games, 10 minutes of anti-Semitic TikToks, and you still have 5 minutes left to do whatever you want. I'm pretty sure you get like 6 times the dopamine if you go with option B. Why would you go with the album? There is no reason to. People can just skim through and pick out singles they like, or skip all that and just listen to curated playlists. I mean, even easier. They literally pick the tracks for you.
Ew.
Come on. Because fuck having an identity. Fuck being your own man. Just listen to whatever's popular. You go.
Hell no.
Put that rap caviar on. Swallow the spoon of Spotify's artificially generated playlist. Let's go. Compared to 30, 20, or even 10 years ago, we are so easily distracted by everything that's become available to us. Albums didn't even really stand a chance, especially if we consider how long form they are. Gen Z doesn't have the listen to a 60-minute record. Are you fucking kidding me?
Not at all.
One small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
The 1980s saw the introduction of MTV, a TV channel which played music 24/7, and at the time that was revolutionary.
Facts. MTV, boy, in his golden age, I want to say from the 90s going into the 2000s. I want to say from the 90s to about, I want to say 2003, 4. We'll say 2004. That was like the golden age of fucking MTV, bruh. Just music all fucking day. Oh, man. Then you had MTV2, which was nothing but straight music. Now I don't know what MTV2 is. MTV is pretty much like, bro, I don't know why, but all it is now is just Jersey Shore and fucking ridiculousness, whatever the fuck that show is called. And then MTV2, they just play fucking movies and goddamn what you call them? reruns. So all they do is they play reruns and movies now. They don't even play music on MTV2. MTV2 is where they used to play all the music at, bro. Now they don't even play music on that channel no more. Like, what the fuck is the purpose of MTV2 at this point? Just get rid of it. If you're not gonna make it about music, shit. It used to be music and wilding out. Now it's just MTV and BET, man. They just need to close their doors, bro. There's no purpose for it. MTV, what is the purpose of MTV nowadays? They need to shut that shit down. BET need to get shut down too. I don't care what y'all say. BET need to get shut down. Because all they is just reruns. Reruns of movies at this point. They don't play no music, bro. At least give us a music block, man. Damn, they don't even want to give us a music block, bro, where we can just listen to music for a couple of minutes. You mean to tell? They used to have that, bro. They used to have a music block. They used to just have a random music block from 1 o'clock to, I want to say, about 3 o'clock. And then at 3 o'clock, that's when Rap City come on. Rap City is on for about 2 hours, and then 106 and Park was about, I think that was on for about like 3 hours actually. Yeah, Rap City was on for about 3 hours, and then 106 and Park come on. Then you get Baby Boy. Then they play Baby Boy, and then after that is BET After Dark, and then BET Uncut, and then you get them gospel. Then you get the gospel hour. Then you get the gospel hour all the way to about like 9 o'clock in the morning, and then it restarts itself all over again. But nowadays, man, MTV killed itself. I need to find a video on MTV and BET, bro.
Of course, as we all know today, the channel became a huge success.
Facts.
With it being on TV and all, artists started releasing visuals to go along with their music. This proved to be a winning formula, with the music video helping return the hit single back to prominence as a pop marketing tool in the 80s. This led to the development of the modern album launch, which is present to this day, intended to drive an album's marketing momentum for an extended period of time, ranging from many weeks and months to even more than a year, although not so much today. Dependent on outlets like MTV that exclusively played hit songs, record companies placed more pressure on recording acts to achieve instant commercial success and marketability. Did you even read the script? And I think we all see where this is going. The LP format was soon replaced by the cassette in the 80s and CDs in the 90s, which both allowed people to break up the album themselves with home taping and easier song skipping. Also, you can now listen to music on the go with the Sony Walkman.
The Walkman from Sony, the one and only.
People don't realize just how important the physical format was for the album.
Yes.
In my opinion, this is the main reason albums aren't what they used to be. Before, you would treat an album like an investment. Buy a CD.
Ain't no more record stores. Ain't no more music sections. It used to be music sections at the stores, bro. Walmart, Kmart, Target, fucking what's up? Best Buy. Shit, it used to be a whole section just dedicated to music, bro. All the albums, all the vinyls, all the tapes, just all right there, bro. Somebody dropped a new album. Fucking Justin Timberlake dropped a new album. It's a big ass life-size cutout of Justin Timberlake posing like with the album, bro. Or there'd be a big ass banner for a rapper that just came out, bro. It would literally be like, I remember when Confessions came out for Usher, they had a big ass banner that just had Usher Confessions, and they had it sitting right there. They had a whole rack, a big ass rack from top to bottom just filled with Confessions by Usher. And them motherfuckers was coming off the shelves, bro. Y'all just don't understand, bro. Them days was different, bro. And then you had the record shops, bro. Oh my God, the record shops were legendary, nigga. You find some shit in there that you probably ain't heard in a minute, bro. You find the NWA album in there. You find some a soundtrack to a movie. Like, bro, you fuck around and find some gems in a fucking record store, bro. Record stores used to have them, bro. Especially especially if you was looking for that underground shit. So if you was looking for a nigga like Too Short or E40 or one of them or Master P before No Limit took off, you had to go to the record shops and go get them shits. You couldn't just go to Walmart and fucking Walmart and fucking Best Buy and Target and all these places to go get that shit. Hell no. You had to go to a record store, especially if you wanted that underground shit. Like bro, I'm telling you, if you was trying to get that Too Short album, you was not gonna find it at Walmart, bro. The record store was where you would go find that Too Short album, man. They have it sitting right there at the desk. Right there at the desk next to the register. Hey, y'all got that Too Short album? Right here, my guy. Like, oh shit, yes. Hey, bro, you got the E40 album that came out a couple weeks ago? Yeah, we got that over there. Yeah, oh man, damn. You know what I'm saying? The record stores used to be legit, bro. Motherfuckers gone now, man. Motherfuckers are relics now.
And you're listening to every song on that bitch. Make no mistake. You want to get every $15 worth of your...
But see, back then, that's when artists used to make quality over quantity. Now artists choose quantity over quality. That's the difference, really. The quality ain't there no more. It's the artist's fault, too. We can't just sit up here and blame the consumer. It's not our fault as consumers. It's the artist's fault for not keeping the quality up. The quality has gotten bad. Drake, like I said, Drake hasn't made a good albums. Drake hasn't made a good body of work since fucking, if you're reading this, it's too late. The quality, it matters. Quality matters. And that's the problem with these artists. And that's why piracy was going crazy, bro.
Investment back. You would wait for years just to get your hands on that physical copy. According to old people, there's a certain commitment you make to a body of work when you purchase it. It's almost like you owe it to yourself to listen to it the whole way through since you spent money on it. That's money well spent. But nowadays, things are different. Why? Music is 10 times more accessible. You're just paying a small monthly fee instead for each individual.
Shit, I ain't paying no monthly fee for Spotify. They got hacked versions. They got hacked and modded versions of Spotify where I can get you can't get the full premium, but at least you ain't gotta listen to no ads. Shout out to the mods.
Song and album. You can listen to 30 seconds of a track and dip. Who's stopping you? There's no commitment. And that meant artists changing their approach was inevitable. Why do you think the third verse died? Individuals aren't sticking around.
Facts, there ain't no third verse on albums no more, on songs no more.
So not only does song length matter, but the length of time it takes you to drop your album matters too. So does the girth. Roddy Ricch fell off because he took too long to drop. And it only took him 2 years. A decade ago, waiting 4 years for an album was completely normal. Nowadays, you need to drop damn near every year just to stay relevant. Notice how important feeding your fans is in 2022. Those Drake albums I listed a couple of minutes ago, they all dropped within 1 year of each other. There's this constant hunger for more, which often results in quantity being prioritized over quality. You're better off dropping a decent compilation than an unfinished concept album. And I think that perfectly highlights my issue with this. Although that album you dropped in a year may be good, the one you would have dropped after 4 years could have been godly, transcendent. And I'm afraid a lot of artists will be pressured to focus on retaining their popularity rather than making quality music.
See, everyone on the internet copies music from their CDs, and then we can download them for free and play them on the computer. Alright, cool. Let's download some Metallica and some Stevie Wonder. Wow! Downloading music for free is awesome! What the hell is that? I don't know, let me check.
Freeze, FBI! Down on the ground! Down on the ground! Hands, let Let me see those hands!
In 1999, the file-sharing service Napster allowed internet users to easily download single songs in MP3 format,
Yes,
which
sir.
had previously been ripped from CDs.
Yes,
and even though the
sir.
service would be taken down a couple of years later for copyright infringement, it was just a small peek into the future of the music industry. And already 2 years later, Apple's iTunes service was introduced.
Music
and
downloads
the
done
iPod,
right.
which was an MP3 player, I sure hope you know what that is,
Yeah.
was released later that year. This
RIP to MP3 players, man. We gotta do it. RIP to all the MP3 players out there. I still got mine, I think. Hold on. I think I still got mine. Hold on. Yeah, I still got mine. Still got my little MP3 player. Don't ask me why don't ask me why I got an MP3 player in 2023. Just know I got one just in case, man. It's like I got an iPod Touch in the car. I use it to listen to music with, cause I download music and throw them on that iPod. And if I ever just want to listen to some music on that iPod, I just listen to some music on the iPod. Other than that, I ride in the car silent. I don't even listen to music no more. I just ride in the car silent. I don't even want to listen to music no more.
along with the continued rise in illegal file sharing, led to a
Yes.
steep decline in the sales of music on physical formats over the next 3 years. Be honest.
The good old days, the Wild Wild West, bro. Y'all just don't know. If you was there, LimeWire, oh man, y'all just had to be there to understand, man. Y'all just had to be there to understand, man. Them was the good old days, y'all. The Wild Wild West of LimeWire and piracy. Oh my God. Them was the good old days, man. You could just wake up on the computer, download a new song. T.I. just dropped a new song. Rubber Band Man. Wow, that's a Taliban. Nigga, I'm right to the computer. Download that shit. Got it right there. Come on, man. 50 Cent just dropped the album. That whole Get Rich or Die Trying. Type it in on LimeWire. Got it right there. What the fuck I'm paying? Fuck we was paying. Hey, man. We wasn't paying for albums, man. And that's when the bootleg man... That's when the bootleg man was relevant, bruh. The bootleg man ain't relevant no more, but the bootleg man back then, he used to be, hey man, that was the good old days, man. The 2000s was the good old days, bro, for music, man.
How many of you would be in jail right now if piracy was taken seriously?
Come
on now. And meanwhile, the music industry still...
Oh, I'll be doing triple life. I'll be doing triple life shit. I'm still pirates. I'm still doing it. I'm still pirating shit. I don't give a fuck. I'm trapping out the band though. I ain't afraid to admit it. Shit. If it's on the internet, it's free. Fuck you mean? If it's on the internet, it's free.
Still face threats from competing media such as DVDs, video games, etc., etc. By 2009, album sales have more than halved since 1999, declining from a $14.6 to $6.3 billion industry.
Because everybody got computers and internet in their house.
Gravitating to playlists on their MP3 players instead. But that didn't last for long, as the 2010s introduced services like Apple Music and Spotify, which became dominant and redefining platforms for music consumption, rapidly moving our music libraries off personal hard drives, iPods, and CDs and into the cloud. And thus, the transition from physical to digital was finally complete. So Adele is this pop megastar, known across the globe, listened to by all age groups, consistently on the radio, woo woo woo, we all know the deal. Did you know that Yeat, the rapper Yeat, has more Spotify streams than her? How is that possible? Sure, part of it is from TikTok, but the main reason is Yeat is more Spotify friendly. Now what does that mean? Okay, I'll do the math for you. So streaming platforms operate on a pay-per-play basis, right? That means you get paid for every stream you get. Now let's say you have a short song, for example 2 minutes, and a long song, for example 4 minutes. Even if we were to ignore the fact that shorter songs are generally more likely to be replayed, if you pulled a Justin Bieber and played each song consecutively for 20 minutes, the short one would get 10 streams, while the long one would only have half of that. I mean, there's a reason you don't see a lot of 5-minute songs anymore. Plus, shorter songs naturally take less time and resources to make. And then if you put out a lot of short songs, that means even more streams. That means even more money. And since labels usually own a big percentage of their royalties, I wonder if artists are being pressured to put out these bloated albums, and even pair that up with how the charts favor long track lists. I really wonder if that's what's happening here. See, that's why DJ Khaled is the future.
You should strive for greatness. How did you gain all the weight?
I have so much jewelry. I got more jewelry, and it's not even about the jewelry.
I get it. Ha ha ha, funny fat man. I understand. But in reality, his business model in this modern climate, it's unironically brilliant. This thing where you have some sort of celebrity or someone with a following dropping these compilations, which include all the hottest artists out. And of course, you're gonna give it a rollout and market it like it's an album. I mean, some movies have already made soundtracks with the same principle, but I'm not sure even they realize what kind of potential they have. This is literally the perfect format for dropping music in 2022. And that model will only get more and more relevant as time goes by. Mark my words, you will see DJ Khaled clones. I'm not even joking. You know what? Just come back to me in 5 years and tell me if I was right. I know I'm giving young old men right now, but the great thing is, since music is so accessible now, I mean, it's basically free. There's something for literally everybody. So even though you may not be a fan of the way mainstream music is formatted, you can easily find something to your liking. That is the positive. And look, maybe you'll put some people on. Who knows? So what if your favorite experimental band doesn't go mainstream? It's not like you want it to anyway. That way you wouldn't be able to feel better than everybody else. So just like with everything, there is a positive side. Artists are going to be pressured to make more catchy, more creative, more unique songs than ever, just so they can stick out from the rest. And believe me, there's going to be a lot of people in that pool. That's the one thing us humans are good at. Adapting. Evolve by any means necessary. Move forward. The album is dead, and it's never coming back. And that's only because
But yeah, man, that's just gonna about do it for this one, man. Albums really are dead at this point. Cause it is, and like I said, it's not just the technology and the accessibility, it's the artists too. The artists are not making quality music no more. They're putting out quantity music because they're trying to stay relevant, and then they're putting out these subpar albums, Drake. And then it's like, bro, I'm only gonna like 4 or 5 songs off your whole album, Drake. You know what I'm saying? That's why I appreciate people like Kendrick Lamar, J. Cole, and them. You know what I'm saying? Like, I appreciate them for taking their time and making they albums, man. You know? I appreciate it. But anyways, though, tell me what y'all think down in the comment section below. I'll get back to you till then. Peace out.